Alright, my name's Happy. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to add lightsaber flares for when you ignite a saber. That's not what I want to do. Start my new composition, get everything set up, and we'll go ahead and add my picture. I'm just going to do a picture, don't want to do footage. But you could if you wanted to. You just have it ignite and go from there. But what we're going to focus on is just doing the ignite. I'm going to uncheck that so I can see what I'm doing. Select my pen tool, make this bigger so I can see what I'm doing, and we're going to draw the saber just like that, and then we're going to have it go all the way off screen, and then there we go. Now that when I turn this back on, that was a nice little saber. There we go, we can move that around, but I want it to stay right where it was. And that looks pretty good, just like that. And, just for later, we're going to go ahead and round that off and bring it down, just so it'll have that nice rounded tip for when we have it deignite. And what we need to do is we want to turn on the mask shape keyframes. So we can do, I think we'll leave it on. We'll have it start out right here. Or actually, we'll have it right there where it's off. But what I'm going to do is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where it'll be fully on, and this is where we'll have it almost all the way off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select all 3 of these. We're going to bring them all the way down and bring them really close together. Just like that. I've got those backwards. There we go. Now it'll ignite, and it looks pretty good. And then the frame before it, where it's not going to be on at all, what we're going to do is we're going to select all the points, and we're going to move them way off screen. So now when it comes to this frame, it'll be on screen, and it'll ignite. It'll stay on, and I think we'll have it stay on till, well, why not? We'll leave it on till right here. We'll go out 5 frames. That's not right. I hit the wrong button. 2, 4, 5. And what we can do is we can actually just copy this one. If you hit Control C and then hit Control V, there you go. We'll do the same thing. Save some time. So there we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, so that's actually done. I don't need this anymore. And we'll go on to the next composition. I'll go ahead and make my last one for later. And on composition 3, we'll go ahead and throw this down here. And we'll go ahead and overlay that. That's okay, that's not ready yet, but it will be in a minute. And what we want to do is add a black solid for my lightsaber. Everybody, most people already know how to do this part. Hey, alright. Now we've got that back. And we'll need another black solid for, this will be the flare. We're going to go ahead and set it to screen. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to make my lightsabers glow. I'm going to do one. I'm hitting F to pull up the feather quicker because I'm in a hurry to get this done. Normally I'd take more time on this to make sure everything looks good. But now, as we can see, it's got that nice glow to it. Alright, we'll go back to this, and what we want to do is, this is where the saber started coming on, was at 10 frames. So we want to add a flare. And we're going to go ahead and do that. What we're actually going to do is we're just going to use a lens flare. And we're going to move the center to right there where it comes on. I normally go with 105mm prime because it has that nice white to it. You can make it too bright. I'm going to leave it at 100. And we'll turn that on. And we'll have it start flaring up there. And we'll actually have it flare the whole time, but we're going to have it diminish the whole time. So now it'll have that nice little glare to it. And I think I had it start to deignite at 20. I did. So at 20 frames on the second, we'll have it come back on. Whoops. At 100. But before that, we want it back down at 0. So now it'll stay at 0 all the way through there. And then we'll go out another 5 frames. And we'll kick it back down to 0. And that's all done now. And we don't need this anymore, so we'll get rid of that. And we can actually put this back on normal. I don't think it really matters. And we're going to go ahead and take composition 2, and we'll put that on top. And we're going to set this one to screen also. And there you go. Now all you do is go to Effects, Adjust, Color Balance. And we're going to do, kick this up. Nope, we don't want that one. I'm sorry. Midtones, highlights. We'll do about 25 and about 50. Doesn't have to be exact. And we're going to want the same effect on this one. And there we go. It's got a nice blue to it. It looks pretty good. Alright. So now when we go back to composition 3 and look at everything, hey, look at that. Lightsaber flares, comes on, flares again, and goes off. And I think that looks pretty good. So that's pretty much it. Just use lens flares, color them, color your lightsaber, and you can have a nice ignite. Alright. So hopefully, that'll give you guys, a way to do that for your films. Alright, well, I hope that helps explain everything. Alright. Bye, guys.